Good morning, everybody. It's still very early, like around 4:30 a.m. I woke up early because I wanted to cook today, and at the same time, I'm actually doing my laundry. I really miss the Philippines, especially my hometown, Cebu. And to pacify that one, I want to cook a Filipino dish, and I'm really thinking to make a series out of it also, like making Filipino dishes, and so you can try, right? So I hope you will like it. And first, I will make a very famous dish from Cebu. I will make, it's called Mongos, or in Tagalog, Mungo. And I'm going to make it healthier for everybody. It's going to be vegan, no subak, no meat at all. So I know it will be very delicious, guys, even though there's no meat, I tell you. And then I'm going to make eggplant ceviche, or in vernacular, it's Kinilaw na talong. Okay, I'm going to grill it and make it a ceviche, Kinilaw. Let's try it. Hey guys. I've already washed the mung beans, the mungo. I think when I cook this one, the ratio is for 1 cup of mung beans, I use 4 cups of water. It's because I cook my mungo, the soup, differently. I like it really soft and mushy. Alright? I just leave it open to watch over when it boils, and then when it boils, I cover it already, and then not entirely cover it. I just open the lid a little bit, something like that, yeah, so that it doesn't spill over. And it's like cooking rice actually, but a bit longer. You can stir occasionally too, but basically my aim here is to really make it mushy, and so that it's easy to mash. And now, while the mung beans or the mungo is still cooking, here's the talong, or the eggplant that I'm going to use. You can use the long ones, any, but the very big ones is difficult to handle for this dish. But if you have a big griller, of course you can do. But for me, I'm just gonna roast this over the stove actually, and no problem with that, because we will take off the skin later on. Our aim is just to have the roasted flavor. Yes. All right, let's put it on the stove. Okay. We're gonna use a handle. Let's grill them over here. Yes, you can. Chefs do this. Oops. Okay, just the right amount of heat. Cool. Don't worry that it gets blackened. No problem. We'll remove that skin. So you just make sure that your eggplant is already soft and cooked before we remove them there. Of course, we have to turn this over from time to time. Our mung beans is boiling. Oh, I'm gonna cover this one and leave a bit of an opening. while it's boiling, while this is grilling, let's slice our vegetables, guys. Okay? That's spicy. We're going to need a lot of red onions on this one. You can use white too, but I particularly like red because it comes out sweeter. And why do we need a lot of red onions? Because I'm going to use it for our ceviche, our kinilaw, and also our sauté in our mungo. And the key to very good vegan mungo is having very nice and caramelized onions and also garlic too. So I'll prep the onions and garlic, and we're gonna need tomatoes and some ginger too. All right, so I'll just slice them, prep them while our eggplant, see, the eggplant is already roasting a little bit. Our mongo still boiling. Okay. I'm gonna do similar cuts, so this is quite easy. So that's why I cook them together. They're two different dishes, but almost the same vegetable ingredients. Yes. Ooh, my eggplant. How are you? It's making a bit of a sound. And my laundry just stopped, so I'm gonna turn that on a bit later. I always like to do a very early cooking and laundry so that I have a lot of extra time of the day to chill and relax. I'm not a morning person ever before, and I just realized that I miss a lot of things when you sleep until 12 noon. I'm gonna open the window because my eyes is starting to tear because of the onions. Okay. Oh, let me check the eggplant first. I have a very funny story. I went out very quickly to the market. That's why I'm sweating right now. I was running to get tomatoes because both dishes require tomatoes. Actually, you can opt them out, but for me, it's a mortal sin. So I ran out quickly and buy some tomatoes in the wet market. But the supermarket the line, the queues, they're long. And the wet market seems open because it's still very early. Then I have my tomatoes, good news. So I'll continue slicing all the vegetables I need, guys. I would need tomatoes. I'm done with the onions, quite a lot for both dishes. I'll have spring onions, I'll have coriander, coconut milk. Yeah, water is almost absorbed. The mung beans is almost cooked. When it gets really soft, when you see that it has a little water on top, you try to mash it. But if it's not that mashable, then you wait for a few minutes, and if you need to add more water, then you can do that too. And this batch is almost done. I've done the other one. Excited. I'm ready to cook our mung bean soup. First, let us just mash it very quickly. I'm mashing this using a wooden spoon. If you have any masher, you can do, but for me, the wooden spoon will do. Just mash it. See, it's really soft. Really, really soft. No effort at all in mashing. And this one is easy to wash, the wooden spoon. Mashed. And it's like mashed potato with a little bit of outer skins, and the outer skins are also soft. Like when you eat, when you have this soup, it's really, really good. And guys, for Filipinos, we don't just have it like the normal soup. We partner this with rice too. Wow. But for me, because I'm trying to avoid white rice, I can eat this alone, or I can partner with quinoa or couscous and kamote even. It's all mashed. See, it's beautiful. Very soft. Let's leave it there because we're going to saute our vegetables, and we will place them here. Right. I'm going to use coconut oil, since we're going to place coconut milk in here. So coconut oil, we'll place about 2 tablespoons because we have a lot of vegetables. This is healthy oil for everyone. Okay. And I don't need to wait for that to be hot. I'll be placing my onions now. I know it's quite a lot of onions because we don't put any meat dish, and this will add a lot of flavor, guys. This will sweeten up, and we will leave some for the ceviche. For the ceviche, we don't need a lot. Yep. Medium high. Just wait for this to soften. I have some skin over here. Let's remove that. Yep. If you don't want to use coconut milk, guys, for this recipe, you can always use your homemade vegetable broth. It's very easy to make. Maybe I'll feature next time. But basically, don't throw your vegetable heads. Don't discard them. Just put some pot of boiling water and put the vegetable, put a little salt and pepper, and that's your vegetable broth. You can place in the fridge and use it later on. But because I'm putting coconut milk in here, it's already rich and creamy, and I don't need to put vegetable broth anymore. See, it's very fast. The onions are starting to be translucent. We don't want to overcook that. I will place my garlic. I mashed them. I did not slice them into like small pieces because this garlic will be very nice as long as it's cooked properly. It will also sweeten up, and it's really nice to eat. Like make it a little chunky soup. Okay, that's okay. And we will put some spring onion stalks, which I slice in normal slice, like just the small ones. So just put the white part. I will leave some for garnish and also for the ceviche, which I will use. So that's why I was saying there's so many common ingredients in my 2 dish, so that's why I cooked all together. Ooh, it's looking very nice now. We will place our tomatoes now. What a tomato story this morning. Increase the heat. At this stage, I'm going to place some salt. Using Himalayan. My other salt grinder is actually with a little bit of pepper, but I don't want to put pepper in this recipe, so I'm using the Himalayan salt that is quite a big chunks, but this will disintegrate with the soup. No problem. So I'm flavoring a lot here because in the soup, if it's already right, I won't put any salt in there anymore. And this will help out sweat our vegetables more, the salt. This is actually the key to a very good Mongos soup, vegetarian, because the normal Mongos soup in the Philippines, they put pork, they saute it together here, or even cooked fish or smoked fish, and even chicharron, the pork rinds. So I'm not gonna do that. So almost finished. Tomato is already cooked, and as you can see, you know that tomato is already nice when the skin has already peeled off a little bit. This is done, and let's exchange this soup in here. Put the fire on low heat first because there's no more water. We will place our sauteed vegetables in right now. Nice, smelling good. Okay, it's done, and this is all flavor here, guys, so I'm gonna put water in here. High heat. I'm gonna place the water so that it gets all the flavor from the pan, from the saute. Here you go. And we mix this up a little bit, and we make this, we wait for this to not boil but simmer gently. And then when the water is a little bit reduced and the mung beans, the mungo is already incorporated properly, you will then add the coconut milk and find out if we need to put more salt. Yes, guys, only salt, but because the vegetable has their own umami taste, which we have released through proper cooking and technique earlier, you don't need more flavors anymore. If you wanna put pepper, yeah, by all means you can. Yes, so we will wait this. See, it's already almost well incorporated, and some water will be absorbed a bit earlier, so this will be a little bit thicker, but I want this to be not so thick because I'm gonna give some of my friends later of this, and my friends eat rice, so they can partner this with rice. But this is a lot. I can't finish all of this. That's why they like me making YouTube videos for food. Okay, I'm gonna cover a little bit. Just wait for this to simmer, and then we'll come back for putting the coconut milk. Yeah. Okay, while waiting for the mung beans to simmer, I'm going to prepare the eggplant ceviche. As you can see, guys, it's roasted and it's blackened on the outside. And it's already cold, so it's very easy to peel already. You can peel it like that and just take off as much blackened skin as you can. Okay, so I will do that. And then in the ceviche, I'm using two kinds of chilies. These chilies, this one is a spicier one. This is like a Thai chili. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then this one is a bigger chili that is not so spicy but still has a good flavor in it. So I want two combinations. Okay everyone, I'm ready to assemble our eggplant ceviche because we want to handle our eggplant properly so that it doesn't become mushy and it's still whole. We need to put them last, so I'll put all my vegetables. We love a lot of vegetables, and then some spring onions with the white part. Yes, this will be very good, guys. And then ginger, I chopped it like so, small cubes, diced them. And then we are going to use coriander root, which I also sliced small bits. Coriander roots is optional, guys. And then we'll put all our onions. This will be, I know it's all raw, guys, but this will be pickled because we will place vinegar in this in our ceviche, so it will be cooked through the vinegar. This is a very common dish in the Philippines, and we cook a lot of fish ceviche too, the Kinilaw. But this one we're doing talong, or the eggplant. Yes, so that's mixed up. And we will place, I'm using apple cider vinegar because I like the flavor and it has a little bit of sweetness, because I don't want to put sugar in this anymore. Some recipes of the Kinilaw, they place a little bit of sugar, but for me, because I'm going to use apple cider, no more sugar needed. For this, I'm just eyeballing how much vinegar I need. Make sure that it's not too wet. But I think I placed about half a cup. Yeah. And then we will place salt. This has a little bit of pepper. I mixed it myself. But it's only a little pepper in there, so I will just place more pepper after this. So the salt, place about half teaspoon. My salt grinder grinds very little, so don't be deceived that it seems to have a lot of salt. Now I'm putting black pepper. Okay. That's it. I'm going to adjust to a bigger grind because I want it to be more visible for the eaters to look at that there's black pepper. Black pepper's present. Okay, and then I mentioned about using two kinds of chilies. I already it with the seeds. I like the flavor. Okay, after that, here's our peeled eggplant. It has still a little bit of black skin, so just take out a bit like that. should be fine, and it's really good roasted flavor. Then we cut them like that. And for me, I don't want to slice everything, but I just want a strip, big strips, right? Big strips like that. Big strips. Okay. This is going to be very delicious. The roasted flavor. Oh gosh. I can see that our Mung, our soup is almost simmering again with the coconut oil. We will come back to that. We're almost done here. Okay. Strips again. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm actually hungry now, but I'm going to wait for lunch to have this. I still have, if you watch my videos, I have green smoothies there. I always take green smoothies almost every day, and I'm going to have it today, and I'm going to prepare later after this, after cooking for you all. Wow, it really smells good from here. Okay, we give it a mix, and be careful guys not to destroy our beautiful eggplants that we have made into strips. Yeah, and I will taste later if we need more salt, but basically I don't want a very salty ceviche. Ooh, so nice. The onions will be it will become sweeter as this will you know, absorb. You can eat this right away, but for me, soaking it for 30 minutes before serving will be much better and more flavorful. Like the vegetable will absorb the vinegar, the salt that you place, and the pepper. And then lastly, we will place a little olive oil, just a little. You can, I just placed about 1 teaspoon. You can opt out. For me, it just adds more layer, and it's healthy for you too. Eggplant ceviche or Kinilaw na talong. Done. So I forgot to mention that I also like to place citrus besides the vinegar, and I'm using lemon this time, and I'm putting this at the end to make it really fresh. Yeah, but you can also incorporate with the vinegar, but for me I just put it in the end, because when they take it, it's another layer, and then when the vinegar also reaches your taste buds, it's a different layer of taste too. Yum! Nice. Wow. Yummy. Look, our mung beans is already simmering. It's looking really nice. I know it's still a bit watery, but that's not a problem, because later we are going to reheat this for people to eat again, so that they don't need to put more water. Then that's ready, and it will thicken as it gets cold too. But you eat this hot, so that's why. Now I'm ready to put my pasteurized coconut milk. It's 30% less fat. You can get that in your local stores, I think. Up to you. If you want full cream, that's fine too. Nice to treat yourself anyway. See, it's already creamier with the coconut milk, and that makes it tastier. This simmers again. We will put this. We call this in the Philippines alogbate. This is also a kind of spinach. Okay guys, see our mungo and mung bean soup has simmered and it's already creamy. And we will place our alogbate in it. It's going to add more flavor, and of course, greens are always a good idea. We even put moringa sometimes here, and some vegetables sometimes, more vegetables. But since I made a ceviche, no need. This will be the soup. Ooh, the alogbate really has its specific smell, its aroma that makes the food more delicious. This is done. I'll put it in a bowl and let you see how they serve. Here is our mungo soup. Served hot. And we always like it with rice. My countryman. So good. Enjoy! You won't miss the meat, I promise.